Welcome to the short video about wind energy in North Carolina. It's July 2020, and I am Brent Somerville, teach in the Sustainable Technology program at Appalachian State. And I suppose this is what I look like to my students now, but in my favorite environment is hands-on work with wind turbines. They're very dynamic and exciting. Let's start with App State's campus. Now, in 2009, we installed this Northwind 100, a 100 kilowatt small wind turbine made in Vermont. This project was funded by student fees. They formed the ASU Renewable Energy Initiative in 2004 and used the funds to install this turbine in 2009. So we love seeing it spinning on top of the hill. Here you'll see it yawing around. Next, as the wind speed changes direction, it follows the wind. That's called yawing. And of course, the blades turn in response to the flowing wind to make electricity. It feeds right onto our campus. Parked on top of the highest point on campus, it is the flagship of sustainability efforts for the campus and the university, and we would love for you to see it in person sometime. So if you ever find yourself in Boone, drive up there and see it. Or while you're in town, you can go to Beech Mountain and see about half a dozen small wind turbines on this windy ridge. We do testing and demonstration of this technology, and as you can see, we love having visitors there as well. Um, it's a fun site. On your way across the North Carolina, you may see small turbines at schools in the west and in the east. We have about a dozen turbines positioned on school campuses. They don't fully power the school, of course, but they do contribute some electricity, but mainly they show the technology to the students. Wind is a thing, and it's also a career path because a lot of our clean energy will be coming from wind and solar over the next few decades. So it's an opportunity for you to move into that field. In your travels, you may see something weird like that blade headed to a wind farm. Now, a wind farm is a collection of large wind turbines, and North Carolina's only wind farm is way up in this northeast corner of North Carolina near Elizabeth City. It's called Amazon Wind Farm US East. Boone's way over here in the mountains, of course, but as you travel east, you go through Winston-Salem and Greensboro, Durham, Chapel Hill, Raleigh, and as you're making your way toward the Outer Banks, veer left sometime and head toward Elizabeth City, where you'll see this 208 megawatt project. It's positioned in this area locally called the Desert. It's a portion of the Great Dismal Swamp that was converted to farmland, and these large Gamesa 2 megawatt wind turbines are positioned on these farmers' land. They continue to farm, but they also get lease payments for hosting this wind farm on their property, so they're happy. The tower's 93 meters tall, and the blades sweep a circle with a 113-meter diameter. So they're some of the tallest and largest wind turbines in the country. As you go down Highway 17, they're easy to see. They cover a large area of this part of North Carolina, and you can see them spinning slowly on the horizon. But if you road trip across the country, you'll definitely see wind farms. We have 80,000 or 90,000 megawatts of wind farms running in the country right now. Over 65,000 large wind turbines, and a lot of them are in this windy interior from Texas up to the Dakotas. But they're fun to drive up close to and see and listen to. The wind creates lift as it blows across these huge long blades. That lift turns the rotor, which turns the generator, making electricity. And of course, they're positioned on tall towers to access the smooth, strong winds blowing over the land. So, homegrown clean energy in North Carolina looks like this, or it's at schools, or even at some homes and farms. But what's next is offshore wind. Um, Currently, we only have one offshore wind project in the United States, and it's called Block Island Wind Farm, and it's up in Rhode Island. And next for North Carolina will be that large blue area off the Outer Banks near Kitty Hawk, where Avangrid Renewables will install turbines about 27 nautical miles offshore. You probably won't be able to see these big beautiful robots embedded in the seabed and creating local clean energy, but one day you'll get out there on a boat and have a close look, I'm sure. Anyway, thanks for your time, and I look forward to all your questions.